my presentation will be on this screen now. Okay. Okay. I allow on communicate lah. Okay. If somehow you think that this information is already known, you already have the idea of what is SLT and everything, just let me know so that I can go it faster, and we will focus more on the technical part. Okay. Actually they note this in bahasa because normally I did the training in bahasa Melayu, in bahasa Malaysia kan. Right. SLT is masa pembelajaran berkesan untuk merangkumi pelaksanaan jam belajar berpandu, fizikal, bersemuka fizikal, bersemuka segera, tidak semuka tidak segera. So this thing can be found in our garis panduan yang dikeluarkan oleh KPP 2019. Okay. So this one is the new based on MPF 4, MPF 2.0. If you can go to NPA punya laman web, there will be a new template coming. I think June 2020, they have a new format for MPF table. Within this table, so they divide it into several classes now. We have pembelajaran berpandu, guided learning, physical, bersemuka atas talian, tidak bersemuka atas talian, tidak segera, pembelajaran sendiri, independent learning, dan pentaksiran. So this will be the thing that we're going to do today. How can we calculate the student learning time based on each of the thing here? Okay, before we proceed with this thing, okay, I'm going to share. This is the definition of credit hour. For those who developing the course, doing the curriculum development, so most of us we know that 1 credit hour equivalent to 40 national hour. Okay, 1 credit equivalent to 40 national hours. Let's say we have 3 credit hour equivalent to 120 credit hour. That would be the SLT merangkumi jam pembelajaran formal pelajar, jam persediaan belajar dan jam persediaan pembelajaran pelajar dan jam pentaksiran pelajar. So at 120 it include the formal learning time, preparation time and also assessment time. So we can divide it into 3. Formal learning time, preparation time and also assessment time for the student. Okay. This is the definition coming from 2019. Okay. So how they come up with that notional hour based on this calculation. So this is the historical part, the historical idea of how they calculate the one credit hour equivalent to 40 national hour, 1 credit equivalent to 40 national hour. So let's say we have 24 hour for jumlah masa pelajar sehari divided aktiviti rutin harian, aktiviti peningkatan pengetahuan, and they found that 40 hour is jam belajar pelajar seminggu equivalent to 1 minggu dengan 168 jam. So that the way that how they calculate the 1 credit equivalent to 40 national hour. Ini dia tepat je. Okay, I think this is the thing that, because during my previous presentation, my previous sharing with staff from UAM, so they keep questioning how MPA know 1 credit equivalent to 40 national hours. So this is the idea. For 1 student untuk belajar 1 minggu equivalent 180 jam. Untuk pelajar yang kurang aktif ataupun the least hour that student should use untuk belajar adalah 40 jam. For those yang aktif 48 hours, and those who are really active around 55 hours. Yang coming from MPA punya garis panduan. Right?
Assalamualaikum.
MPF 2.0. Ini yang people. Okay, the password will be UEM 2020. I forgot. Nanti saya tukar lah password. Okay. So let's have a look. Can everyone? Okay, before we proceed, okay, can you open the first one? UG, syllabus design for UG. I'm not talking too much on the theoretical part, because normally what we did in during my training, because UTLC is a center for I'm going to share the practice that we have here, how we calculate the SLT for course delivery and assessment. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Okay, because there are two different files. Syllabus underscore design PA version 2.0 underscore UG is for UG, and if you download for underscore PG is for PG. So they are slightly there are slight difference in terms of calculation. Ada sikit beza-beza. Saya putus-putus. I'm at the university kat the UM. I hope that the connection is okay. Connection okay tak sekarang? My voice breaking, lagging tak? Ke breaking?
Breaking doktor kadang-kadang.
Breaking Guna wifi UM ni.
Okay.
Sekarang ni okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
let's have a look. Okay, let's say we have one subject. Okay, directly going to do the practical thing. Okay, let's assume that we have one subject. One course. The course name tu, for example, SQIT 3063, for example. This is my course. Okay, can you have a look? Nampak tak? Okay.
Nampak.
Okay, nampak Right. Okay. So let's say I just put my course name is SPIT 3063 and the subject name is data mining, for example. So this is my subject. Credit hour equal to 3, for example. 3 credit hour. The classification is major core. Okay, select linear outcome cluster. Okay, what you need to do now here, based on the program blueprint. Okay, based on your program blueprint, you need to know what are the learning outcome cluster or your, what do you call it? Previously it was known as LOD, learning outcome domain. Okay, currently due to MPF 2.0, we move it to learning outcome cluster. Okay, say for example, if this subject being mapped to connective, okay, and then digital skill and also communication skill. Okay, normally, one courses being mapped to at least 3, okay, or 3 or 4 linear outcome cluster. Okay, that's what happened in my university in UEM. So normally or usually what we did is what the program coordinator did for each of the program. So one subject is mapped to at least three or four learning outcome cluster. LOC2 is connective skill, digital skill. Another one is here I think skill, and another one the subject I think communication. Okay. If you have what happened here, if you have more, if you have if you have three learning outcome cluster, so means that you need to do assessment toward these three clusters. The more cluster that you map to your subject, the more assessment need to be happen, and also the more cluster that you map into your courses, the more rubric that you need to develop. So macam for my example here, I need to have the rubric for communication skill. I need to have a practical skill rubric, skill, and also I need to have a connective skill. So connective skill can be you can evaluate the connective skill using schema jawapan, and also rubric. Okay. Normally what happen in connective skill is we have the schema jawapan lah. Okay. Schema jawapan, practical skill and communication skill. Okay, clear that one. The first thing that we did for each of the subject. So this is the way that we did in here. This is the practice that happened in this university. Okay, boleh. Next, okay. So what happened next is I'm going to share how we calculate the student learning time for my subject. For my subject, let's say for example, this my subject is 3 credit hour. 3 credit hour equivalent to 120, right? 3 credit hour equivalent to 120. So what we need to do first is, let's say for example, this subject delivered within 14 weeks, kan? One subject delivered within 14 weeks. So for example, let's say, we just put this as a default. Let's say for example, each week 3 hours, kan? Yang ni maksud dia face to face, belajar secara face to face, physical face to face, maksudnya berjumpa student dalam kelas lah. L lecture, T tutorial, P practical, and O is others. Others for example macam student based learning, problem based learning, pioneer project, capstone project, and many more. Let's say for example, I just put in default value first week 3 hour until 14 weeks. Okay. So this is what will happen. Okay. So what does it mean here? So my subject face to face lecture 3 hour each week 3 hour, means that for example hari Isnin tu satu jam setengah, and another hari Rabu tu 1 jam setengah, sampailah 14 weeks, so you got 42 hours. Okay, 42 hours face-to-face learning, and then the independent learning equivalent to 42, because what we defined by the NPA, ataupun if you have look at this example, okay, kuliah biasa 1 hour normal kuliah equivalent to 1 jam belajar sendiri. Independent learning ni sejam lah, one to one is satu ni sebab satu. That's why here we have 3. If you have 3 lecture equivalent to 3 independent learning. So then you got 84 jam untuk course delivery method. Okay. So the balance 84, 120 minus 84 is around 36. So that 36 will be our SLT for assessment. Okay. Boleh tak? Jelas tak untuk teman-teman? This is the basic thing that happened in my university, in what we did here, how to calculate the SLT for assessment. Ada soalan tak untuk yang pertama ni? Oh, it's too easy. Kau memang dah buat kan? Okay. Soalan ni.
Doktor, saya soalan doktor.
Ya.
So, maksudnya kalau face to face ni kan, waktu time face to face ni, maksudnya on our this lecture kan, macam topik 1 3 hours. So maksudnya dia punya independent learning pun is 3 hours lah.
Ya.
So do we count, for example, macam kita lecture 2 hours and tutorial 1 hours because kita punya course tu kan macam 3 jam kan. So what we did, okay, what I did lah. So is the 2 hours lectures and 1 hour tutorial. Jadi dia memang 3 jam juga, tapi
Boleh.
apa tu? Ada basis tak kita letak macam 3 jam macam tu kan untuk satu untuk 3 jam lecture tu? Atau is one to one nisbah dia ke macam mana tu?
Ini this is coming from MTA punya nisbah lah.
Okay.
Yang tadi tu satu tu 1 jam pembelajaran terbimbing, kemudian tu 1 jam pembelajaran sendiri.
I see.
Let's say kita mention if let's say for example kita ada macam macam kelas saya bukan macam ni lah, sebab my class tu involve data mining class ni ada practical kan. Saya ada kelas, so maybe 1 hour 1 jam setengah tu saya lecture, another 1.5 jam tu saya buat practical. Okay, pun boleh juga. Right? Or let's say for example week number 2 I'm not going to have lecture, I put it 3 hour others. So means that week number 2 here, apa yang saya nak buat dalam kelas adalah saya nak buat macam problem based learning. Saya masuk kelas, divide the class into several group and let them to do the presentation. Ataupun mungkin from our school of accounting, apa yang they did adalah, let's say for example, what they did is 1 hour lecture, another 2 hour tu tutorial pun boleh juga lah. So this is how they calculate. So this the lecture. Dan yang sebelah sini independent learning lah. Okay, so this is what happened in UAM. We calculate the SLT. Okay. Yang sini, because if you have to look at the new table 4 ni, the new table 4 that given by the MCA, kita ada face-to-face physical dengan face-to-face online technology mediated. Okay, maksud dia dekat sini, kan? This is the same thing, cumanya we come up with this kind. Let's say for example, instead of minggu kedua ni kita berjumpa student physically meet the student in the classroom, kita buat lecture secara webex 3 jam. That need to letak kat sini lah. Maksudnya kita kena berjumpa macam sekarang ni punya kuliah lah. The current training that happen, kita buat 3 jam lecture secara face to face di dalam webex. So that belong to this area, yang online technology mediated synchronous. So another 3 hour will be the independent learning. Independent learning ni can be dia akan kira sebagai waktu dia belajar sendiri lah. Ataupun what happen here, you can put, let's say for example week number 2 kita tak nak jumpa student langsung. We don't want to meet the student at all. Kita tak nak guna face to face ni. 3 jam tu kita nak letak non face to face, 3 jam tu kita buat secara blended learning ataupun kita guna MOOC punya proses. Kita put dia here 3 jam. Independent learning dia pun equivalent to 3 jam. Slightly different compared to the table 4 ni, sebab kalau nampak kan dekat sini kan, let's say kita letak week 1 ni, topic 1, introduction.